So you've already started the RIA road project. You say you started from Unification Town, and you will soon start from ELWA Junction. Do we know how long it's going to last? How long this construction is going to take place?
The construction.
When will we have that road completed?
The expected year for this road is 3 years.
3 years.
It's 3 years.
Okay.
And we have the defect liability, meaning if the contractor is finished with this work, he will still have to be maintaining this road. He has to be monitoring this road for the next 2 years. So the whole tenure is like 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he will maintain the road, or the contractor will maintain the road for 2 years.
Additional 2 years. Yeah.
For additional 2 years.
Yeah, the defect liabilities is like 2 years.
Defect liabilities. What does that mean?
It means that whatever happens on that road while you have dedicated it to government, whether being a pothole, whether being anything, any kind of effects on the road, you're going to take, the liability, you're going to take the responsibility.
So after the 5 years, 3 years completion, 2 years, you have to take care of the road before it's turned over to government now to take care of that.
Yeah, you will have some money left back, right? You take 3 years to construct the road, we give you 2 years to monitor it. We ourselves have to monitor if we see any problem along the way and then issues with the road, we still got to engage you to go back and fix it up. So it takes 2 years. So after that 2 years, then officially we can, because we have to have some money left back for you, because that will show that you have to still be around.
Oh, so you will not pay the contractor
all of the money. Yeah, we have to have some money left.
Is that what happens to all of the roads?
Yeah, all of our projects, we have the retention that is left back. So for this one, it's defect liability that is left back.
Okay.
Yeah.
So any addition to what's happening on the RIA road that I didn't, that you didn't mention, you want to mention?
Yeah. So like I said, we're going to be starting from 2 fronts, and we started from the payment in 2 directions. We already started paying people from the ELWA junction going towards Right Church. So people along that line being paid, and for some reason, if you have some, I will just use this medium to say that if somebody else got some issues, about what's going on, probably maybe they can reach out to us at the Ministry of Public Works. Yeah.
Do they have, do you have a set time limit to deal with all of those people who are along the way to finish payment and whatever? Do you have a set timeline for that?
Yeah, so we are actually targeting up to June to complete all of our payments.
June this year?
Yeah, June this year to finish all of our payments. And then we give them some time, like the July, August, to get adjusted, because as you can see, other people along the line, along the road, they are already started doing it themselves. So some people wouldn't be able to do it themselves, but we will start active demolition in September.
Of this year?
Maybe we might push it a little bit to October 1st, but I want to be certain for September. We're going to start a clearance, and we'll start the work where people will see physically with their eyes, as to what we have been talking about. Yeah.
Good. So we on course with the RIA road construction. People who are in the right of way are being paid, and what we can see, landscaping and what have you, is already ongoing.
From the other side.
From the side of the Unification Town.
Yes.
Good. And this project is going to last for 3 years.
3 years.
And the construction company is going to maintain the road for additional 2 years.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So, this, what I'm going to ask you is something that your predecessor talked about a lot.
Okay.
And it's good that you're here today for us to ask you about it. This, overpass that should be constructed around the ministerial complex. How far are we with that project?
Okay, so let me quickly dive through the whole package. Okay, the government of the People Republic of China and the Liberian government through the Ministry of Public Works, they signed an agreement in September 2019 to construct the overpass bridges.
Okay.
So the bridges actually is to mitigate the traffic congestions we have right now in Liberia, or right at the junction, because it will be at 2 areas, and the cost of this project is it's a grant actually. It's not a loan. It's a grant from the Chinese government, and I want to say thank you to them too for that. It's about $50 million grant, and this project will be in 2 locations. We have at the Ministerial Complex Junction, and then we have at the Boulevard Junction. So let me be specific to give you the length. For the Boulevard Junction is about 1,140 meters for the length, and the auxiliary roads length, meaning other roads that be connected to it, will be like 488 meters. Additional ramp, like to claim it out, will be something like 300 meters. Then the from the Congotown Bar Road to enter the overhead bridge at the Ministerial Complex will be like 870 meters. That's the details for the Ministerial Complex. And then at the Boulevard Junction is about 1,094 meters, and the length for the overpass is about 180 meters. So the current status of this one is that the Chinese expert, they are in country along with our team from the Ministry of Public Works. They have been going and identifying areas where they can get the materials to do the work. Example, they borrow materials and material that they will use to do the filling in to have the levels. So we have almost completed with that process. It's just waiting for us to compile it and have it signed, and of course we'll get the project started. So the team are still here from China, and we are really coordinating well with the process.
Is it that we there was so much to do before the real work starts, or are we delayed a little bit because of coronavirus, or what is the main issue?
So to be frank, the coronavirus actually contributed, where people were not traveling back and forth to come for assessment. China was locked down, Liberia also we had some lockdown, so it also contributed a lot.
Okay.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
Good. So I still want to go back on that a little bit. Yes. You're the technician. So yes. When you say, this one would be, the length would be this, it would be that, I don't understand any of that.
I know.
So I know the people who are also listening or watching don't understand. So I want you to paint a picture of that for us, because you're the engineer.
Yeah.
So it will start from where to where. That one will understand. But when you say it will be long, it will be this meter, I don't understand.
I understand. Okay. So, like for the one we are actually looking at for the Ministerial Complex, it will actually get engaged from Congotown Back Road, which I was talking about, 870 meters.
Okay.
So, like almost a kilometer away from the Ministerial Complex. In intersection, we'll have to go back where we'll pick up from, because it's not going to start right from there. You have to start from distance, and it will almost because it's an overpass bridge where the road that is currently there will stay there, or is an additional asset to.
So we'll pick up. Let me just try to see what I understand. It picks up from the back road, Congotown Back Road.
Yeah.
It goes in the air. And over to
pass over the Ministerial Complex and land somewhere, and like you going back to town.
Is that where?
Yes, very close
something
to that
like
point.
that.
Yes.
Okay, so it picks up from Congotown. So that means that when you're coming from Congotown Back Road, you don't have to drive under there where you usually drive now. You just go up and then come down somewhere before Total
area there. That's how it will look like. Yeah.
Okay, I understand that one. Then what about the one? So it will be maybe 2 lanes, right?
Yeah, for this one at the Ministerial Complex, it will be like 2 lanes.
Okay.
Because it will be like just one, because the one from ELA Junction